This is a quick introduction of Chapter 2, which talks about building speaker confidence. And it discusses speaker anxiety, why people get anxiety, and some tips to manage it. So first of all, we need to get the definition of speaker anxiety, which is on page 25 in your textbook. Speaker anxiety is the anxiety over the prospect of giving a speech in public. There's numerous reasons why people would get speaker anxiety, but from review of your All About Me assignment, I've discovered that most students' fear that they have has to do with judgment, but also the fear of failure. So what we're going to talk about too is ways that we can manage it. But first off, your textbook discusses is that there's two different types of anxiety. She identifies situational anxiety, which would be the setting could cause you anxiety, or what we'd call trait anxiety, which has to do with something that's internal, possibly your personality. To me, they're all anxiety, even though she splits them into two different types. So, for example, with situational anxiety, one environment may amp up your anxiety more, like speaking to a crowd of 200 people in a large auditorium, where compared to speaking to a group of 25 people in the classroom may not actually amp up your anxiety as much if you would switch venues or settings. Now, trait anxiety is internal. This could be your personality. We know that there are different types like introvert and extroverts. It could be that you're way more introverted or shy, or you like to keep to yourself. You don't like all eyes on you. Therefore, you may have some form of trait anxiety. Now, there are legitimate reasons why to be nervous, but people have to remember that they're just people. You do have control over your message. You have control over whether you practice and you prepare, and they will look at you. That is the nature of public speaking. But remember to think to yourself that what I have to say is important. I am prepared and I'll be successful. So there's different ways that you can manage your anxiety. What helps me may not help you. So one thing that you can do is the practice, planning, and preparation. All right? You have complete control over the fact if you have your plan, you prepare your plan, you actually practice your presentation before you actually come to the podium. Another thing that you can do to possibly manage your anxiety is steady breathing. Also, another way that you can manage your anxiety is remember to be yourself. You can actually visualize your success. And also, you can actually volunteer to speak in certain situations. So, the more that you speak in public, the more you can speak in public. So, what we're going to learn in this class is ways that we can manage our anxiety, but also figure out what works for you. You can also reference page 26, 27, and 28 in your textbook for more tips and tricks of managing your anxiety.